Suspect number 1 is an unknown race, 5'6" to 5'8", medium build, was wearing a white hockey mask, black hoodie, dark pants, white gloves, had a red and black duffel bag, and a black handgun. The second suspect was an unknown race suspect, 6 foot, medium build, was wearing an ape, monkey, or wolf mask, black hoodie, dark pants, white gloves, and also had a black handgun.
Both were armed?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say, did they flee on foot or was it?
On foot, yep. Fled on foot. Second one, also an aggravated robbery. Approximately 20 minutes later, 9 p.m. last night, in the 1200 block of South Woodlawn. Monday, October 30th. Case number on that one, 74853. Monday, October 30th, approximately 9 p.m., officers were dispatched to an armed robbery at the KFC in the 1200 block of South Woodlawn. When officers arrived, they made contact at the store with a 32-year-old male employee who stated 2 unknown suspects entered the store. One of these suspects was armed with a handgun. The employee stated the suspect pointed a handgun at him and demanded money. The employee was on the phone at the time, and the suspects fled the store on foot. Again, there was no loss in this case and no injuries. There was reported a possibility of shots being fired to the north of the business. However, no evidence of that occurring was located. We are asking if anyone has additional information on this case to please call, again, our case detectives, 268-4407, Crime Stoppers, 267-2111. Suspect 1 on this one was an unknown black male, 6 foot, had a black hoodie, black pants, white gloves, and a Jason mask. Again, armed with a black handgun. The second male was described as an unknown black male and had all black clothing and an unknown mask. So at this point, obviously the 2 descriptions are similar, so we believe that they are probably going to be connected. Our investigators are working on these cases as we speak. We don't believe that there is any connection at this time with these and the 10 robberies we had over the weekend of the 21st or whatever. We had 10 in one weekend around there. We do not believe that these are related to those, nor do we believe the ones that I put out this weekend were related to those as well.
Do you have any information on a robbery that just happened this morning at the Presto? 2000, South Oliver?
I don't have any information on that one yet, but I will definitely look into it.
Charlie, what time did this one happen? What time did the one before?
8:40, approximately 8:40, and then approximately 9, right around those 2 times. So about 20 minutes apart.
So the Dollar General happened at 8:40?
Approximately, correct.
Most cases, not always. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
There's probably a car parked nearby, my guess, because you're talking 8:40 and 9:30. That's not a lot of time there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's hard for me to speculate that. I don't have any information of that. But obviously, if you see anything suspicious, somebody parking a ways from a business and then walking to that business, and you feel like that's suspicious, always call 911. Give us a call, and that's why we're asking if anybody saw anything. If they saw suspects wearing masks getting into a car several blocks away from these businesses, and they could call us and give us that information, maybe help us a little bit on this investigation.
Do you guys anticipate crimes like this around Halloween when masks are readily available for people to purchase as opposed to any other time during the...
Well, I think we anticipate robberies at any time. That's why we always ask our citizens to be aware of their surroundings, be cautious. If they see something suspicious, to call us.
But I'm saying with Halloween and the availability of more masks and costumes and stuff like that, I'm sure businesses are asking folks to take off their masks when they approach a convenience store
Sure. I don't know. You'd have to ask the businesses what their protocol is as far as when people enter a store if they're asking them to remove the mask. But masks were used in these cases this time.
Charlie, when you talk about those 10 cases, that wasn't this past weekend. It was a weekend before.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm asking. Is that right?
Yeah, there was 10 that, and we put out a suspect that we were currently looking for. I had several questions yesterday about the ones I put out this weekend, if those were connected, and I'm just letting everybody know that we don't believe those are connected, nor do we believe these are connected to that same string of robberies that we worked.
Any update on our guy? Or
We're still currently, if anybody has any information, please call us.
have you guys got any tips on him at all?
Not that I know of. We may have, but I haven't been notified of that. All right, just want to give an update on the animal case that we put out earlier this month. It was first part of this month. On October 9th, a report was made to police during the early morning hours of a blue van was seen in the alley of 1800 block of North Arkansas, dropping something off and then leaving. A resident stated he saw this and went out to see what was left and found a brown in color female pit bull that was nothing but skin and bones and left for dead. The dog was picked up by the resident and taken to a local vet clinic where it's treated for treatment, where it was treated but in extremely critical condition. The dog is doing better now, is beginning to get healthier and is doing much better. The Wichita Police Department immediately reached out to the community for help in solving this crime. Multiple tips did come in to Crime Stoppers, and investigators worked very hard on this tragic case. As investigators were investigating, they learned the original 911 caller was actually the owner of the dog. This led to further investigation, which led to charges of misdemeanor animal cruelty and making a false police report. The suspect will be appearing in court. This was great work by the Wichita Police Department investigators, and we thank everybody in the community, all the members of the community who were engaged in this investigation and provided information to us. We do want to remind everybody, if you have difficulty caring for an animal, you can call any local veterinarian office and ask for some sort of guidance or ask for assistance on what they could do. You could also call the Kansas Humane Society for those same type of questions, or the Wichita Police Department Animal Services.
Charlie, so this 911 call, did he make it right after he dropped off the animal?
Right, it came in that morning. There was a call that came to us in the morning of October the 9th. There was a police report made. Well, I can't get into all the details because, again, the case has been charged, but the individual still has a right to appear in court, and that has not occurred yet, so that's why I said he will be appearing in court. But I wanted to give an update. I've had multiple inquiries about this case, so I wanted to give an update that the investigators have worked very hard, and with the community tips, we were able to lead to the identification of an individual and charges.
Can you speak whether that report that he gave, was that false information in terms of the van and the description? Was that
what I can say at this point, without there been a trial and gone through the process, this case gone through the process, is there was inconsistencies in information we received, which led to these charges.
This wasn't the same person that actually took the dog to the vet.
This was the original 911 caller, was actually the owner of the dog.
The driver of the blue van.
The original 911 caller.
The driver of the blue van.
The original 911 caller is actually the owner of the dog.
So is the driver of the blue van somebody separate?
Or was there a blue van?
Again, I can't get into all the details of the case due to the fact that this case has still not been adjudicated through the process. What I'm releasing at this time is that through our investigation, the original 911 caller, it was determined to be the owner of the dog, and with some inconsistencies, like I said, and the great investigation and the tips we received, we were able to identify a suspect, and it led to these charges.
What's that case number, Charlie?
It's an animal control case number. I don't have it. I will get it for you, though. Okay? Last thing, today is Halloween. Does everybody know that?
You got a joke?
No joke.
Is that your costume?
Oh, okay. But because pedestrian injuries are the most common injuries to children on Halloween, we wanted to give out just some Halloween safety tips. We want to remind everyone to stay in a group, communicate where they'll be going. Remember reflective tape for costumes and trick-or-treat bags or bright-colored type costumes. Carry a cell phone so you'll be available for quick communication. Remain on well-lit streets and always use the sidewalk when they are available. If no sidewalk is available, we want ask everyone to walk on the far edge of the roadway, and per city ordinance, you have to walk facing traffic. Never cross between parked cars or out of driveways. You want to You want to cross at intersections or someplace where drivers are going to be suspecting somebody to cross. Be on the lookout for all cars. Just because one car stops doesn't mean that the other cars will. And call 911 immediately if you happen to see any suspicious or unlawful activity. And tonight, Wichita Police Department officers will be out patrolling, and they will also be handing out candy to the kids trick-or-treating. So if you see an officer, give them a high five and see if you can get some candy. So hope everyone has a safe and happy Halloween tonight, as many children and families will be out doing the trick-or-treating activities as they do once a year.
Charlie, we're talking more officers than normal tonight.
No. Just normal amount of officers will be out patrolling, our staffed officers. Just saying they'll have candy tonight, and they'll be out handing those candy out as well.
You mentioned pedestrian injuries during this night. Do we have any numbers for last year? Were there any injuries last year?
I don't have any numbers. I'm just saying that with kids running in the streets, I'd say running in the streets, trick-or-treating and walking around, it could lead to some pedestrian injuries, and that's why I'm just encouraging some safety tips.
Charlie, do you guys, in the high volume areas around the city, speaking around College Hill, you guys put more officers in those areas?
Not particularly. We continue to patrol all the areas of the city through Halloween, as we always do. We're putting the safety tips out, asking for our community to be safe, and these are some tips to help be safe. Some of the things you could do is, again, use the sidewalks. Per city ordinance, you have to use sidewalks if they're available. If not, walk facing traffic. Use the reflective type tape or colorful clothing with costumes, things of that nature.
Is there still a curfew for minors, or?
There is a curfew, and I would have to. Paul, do you remember the ordinance on that? The curfew? I'd have to look up specifically. I know it's 11 o'clock for a certain age and then midnight for another age because it is a weeknight. So yeah, curfew still applies. Anything else this morning? All right. Hope everyone has a great, again, happy and safe Halloween. Thanks.